darkness. What is that?
It's a mule deer buck.
Can we hunt him?
Oh, I would literally just walk right there and shoot him if I could. But it's just off of public. It tends to happen that way. But there's a lot of public here, and we're about to find a buck. Alright, so we are trying to find creative access here. We're in an area with a lot of deer, a lot of habitat. Not sure if there's any decent bucks around here yet. But I'm sure if we could get creative with the access, there would be decent bucks around here.
He's not sure. I'm sure there are decent bucks here. I've not seen them.
On the stuff that we know we have access to, we have not seen any big bucks. And it seems to lay out a lot like some of the Nebraska stuff that I've hunted, where there's tons of good habitat, tons of good deer, and lots of does, and not very many big bucks. So I'm kind of hesitant about it. KC wants to hunt here tonight. We're going to talk about what it looks like.
I'm intrigued to hunt here tonight. We're supposed to get a wind shift this afternoon, but it hasn't happened yet.
Nope.
And if it doesn't shift, that means that our honey hole is going to be good, and that's what we want to happen. Like, that's ideal situation number one.
So the plan is do a little more scouting here and try to hoof it back over and hopefully hunt a south wind tonight in the honey hole.
This is corn over here. That's what you were talking about. Definitely looks like after looking down here, it looks like there's a little road through. Couple little bucks over here, all mule deer, tons of deer right in here. Only access is really just spooking them, pretty much. We have to kind of spook some, but we're hoping that a bigger buck embedded further down is going to come out right before dark. So what we're doing is splitting up like 2 drainages that are leading into wheat and alfalfa right here. And we're super excited because it's just a beautiful evening, decent little wind, and it sets up in our favor. Upland birds are going crazy, mule deer are going everywhere. I think it's going to be a very fun set. So, Jack, Casey, kill him. I'll see you. Good luck. I don't really know what kind of tree this is. First time I've seen a tree like this, I think. Kind of a gummy tree, but it's got a ton of good cover, really. Tons of little limbs by the trunk. I think I'm pretty well concealed, especially once the sun goes down. I'm down in this draw. The wind's very light and variable, but it's definitely a north wind. I'm hoping that it doesn't blow down and drift down as the thermals start to sink, or at least hopefully by then I've shot a buck. So as you can see, it's kind of getting late. We knew we were going to be getting the setup a little bit late, but I'm finally all set up. Wasn't my favorite hang ever, but we're hunting, and there's a chance that a mule deer comes right by here at like 15 yards. So I'm pretty excited still. I think good things could happen.
close. They were literally a true 5 yards from me. Like, I was so close. If I'd have gotten ready 30 seconds earlier and had my bow ready, I was gonna probably shoot one of those does. It's just hard to pass up a 5-yard shot broadside like that. There was just no way with that many eyes I was gonna be able to make a move. I was hoping that last big mature doe was gonna just chill here for a while they all went around, but that was crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna wait on a big buck coming down this trail and I'm gonna shoot him at 15 yards because it seems like I'm in a good tree.
Started sucking down the ditch, and we had that one doe come in. I don't think Jack could get any footage of it. She's 200 yards away. I think she could smell us, and then a coyote lit up, and she had all she wanted. She just kind of went the other way. So we decided to just get down early, get down while we could still see, make it safer. And we're just kind of up here on top waiting on Tyler. Hopefully he's got better news than what we have for the night. But it's beautiful country either way. It's really cool to be able to have the blessing to be out here and just see more of God's creation. So hopefully we can come into a little bit more close contact with some creation tomorrow. I've got a good plan for the morning, so I'm excited.
All right, so last night was a pretty awesome night for me, really. The wind didn't really behave like we wanted it to for both of us, but I did end up having it kind of skirt down the edge of the particular direct area I was in. And I think I saw like 13 does in 3 different groups, essentially. So it's pretty fun. You saw the really close encounter I had with those does that came down the hill right beside me. So anyway, it was all mule deer last night, but we're heading to a place that might have some whitetails.
Yeah, down here, guarantee it's probably all we're going to see over here. This is kind of the honey hole we've been trying to hunt, but haven't had a great wind for. And this is a morning hunt, which isn't the best thing for October 3rd or whatever it is, but we definitely got a serious bed to feed pattern going on over here. And we've got the right wind, which is the north, to get in there and kind of hopefully get below these deer, where it's actually a northwest this morning. So what we're going to do is go to the west of this big drainage these deer are in, and Tyler's going to go further south than we are. He's going to drop us off, but both parties are going to kind of approach from the west, barely dip down into this drainage, find a tree to hang in, and shoot 2 bucks in the morning. Right?
That's right.
That's the plan.
Let's do it. The sun's going to come up and light me up here in a minute, so hopefully we'll get a little wind to accompany that.
really see the southward movement that we hoped we'd see from here, but I think it would happen if you sit here enough. It's a great spot on this creek crossing, and we almost got it done on those 2 young bucks. They were going to come to those grunt calls I'd made earlier, but those does kind of wigged them out and ran across the hill. So it's about 8:30, which means we've been in the stand for about 2.5 hours here. It's getting daylight real early, so we're gonna get down, go warm up, and make a plan for the afternoon. Hopefully Tyler's shot something giant. I think he has. Just got a feeling. So before I get down, I'm gonna mark this creek crossing because you can't see it on the map. So I'm gonna mark it right here, so we know that like this is the spot to be on this little stretch of timber.
But let's look at maps and try to kill one this afternoon.
Let's do it. I think you need a hard wind.
I think you have to have a hard wind for sure. It's got to be like a brisk south that's like getting to 20 in the day or something, or just fronts coming in rolling 15 mile an hour north wind. I'm telling you, dude, we will kill. Like there's no doubt. There's so many bucks in there.
I didn't believe that there was that many bucks. By 1:30, we need to have a plan.
I mean, by like 30 seconds, I need to have a sandwich.
Good thing we got road witches. Let's see what the night holds. Let's see what happens. We will not see what happens. We're gonna shoot something.
That was kind of lackluster. That was probably the worst hunt that I've had. And there's a deer right there in the road. Looks like a white-tailed doe. And that's what I saw. I saw 5 white-tailed does this evening, and none of them came from the north of me, which is where I figured they would. So first thing I noticed when I stepped foot on the property was grazing pressure immediately. I mean, in my opinion, cattle always affect whitetails negatively. Second thing is that ag field was actually not alfalfa like we thought it was, and I think that the recent cutting had some good new growth going up for the deer that were in the area. Definitely a destination food source for those deer, but I don't think the food's been in there all summer and drawn deer from, you know, cross country essentially to come in there like an alfalfa field would. So those were the things that probably affected my hunt. The third thing I noticed is I'm not really sure. We've been in some pretty deep places. We went 1.5 miles last night in super remote places, and no bucks in the daytime. I mean, where we've seen bucks has been closer than several of the places we've been. So I don't really know what constitutes as a buck hole, but we've got one. We just need a wind to hunt it. So I think tomorrow evening we get that chance, and I'm looking forward to it big time.